come up to stand. And start to shake the body out. And you might want to go. And I know how silly it feels, but it's nice. Okay? It releases tension in your jaw. So if you go for it. And bounce up and down. See, you've taken time to come and jiggle with us. So, by the way, if you want to fall over, just don't fall straight into the camera, okay? Took me ages to set it up. Right, so, one more, go. And then bounce up and down a little bit on the heels, just to get the bones waking up. Now that we've all done that, we can lie down. So find your way to lie down. Okay? And just make yourself comfortable. Is it hot? Now don't turn it there. I'll go and turn it off at the main bit. Okay? So just find your way to lie down, make yourself comfortable. Okay? And then I'm going to leave you while you're lying there. I want you to take a deep breath in and sigh the breath out 3 times. And then just breathe naturally, focusing your attention on the breath. I'll be back in 2 seconds. So keep breathing in and out with your attention on the breath. And when you feel ready, start to encourage the breath in to be a little bit deeper and the breath out to be a little bit longer. Breathing in, allowing the torso to expand in all directions, and breathing out, invite your whole body to soften and relax a little bit. And let's start to engage our core as we breathe. So I want you to think about, as you breathe out, gently squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor and lift them upwards. And as you breathe in, let the muscles of the pelvic floor completely relax again. Okay? So breathing out, gently squeeze front, sides and back and lift up. And as you lift up, notice how your lower belly pulls upwards as well. And then as you breathe in, release and relax everything down. And keep going like that, using the out breath to help you lift and engage the pelvic floor. And also start to notice the ribs now as well, so that as you breathe in, allow the ribs to expand to the sides and the back. And as you breathe out, draw the ribs in towards each other and down towards the spine. Okay. So breathing in, the ribs expand to the sides and the back. And breathing out, the front ribs moving in towards each other and dropping down towards the spine. So you're doing the ribs and the pelvic floor all at once. As you breathe out, lift the pelvic floor, draw the ribs in and down. Breathing in, let everything relax. And then we're going to start to create some movement here. So if you can extend the legs straight out in front of you, point the toes forward. Okay. We're going to breathe in, reach the arms overhead to the floor above our head, and do a big stretch, reaching the fingers and toes away from each other, and then start to stretch one side, and then the other side, so maybe the right a little bit more, and then the left a little bit more, and keep that going a few times. And once you've done both sides evenly, use your next out breath. Bend the knees and draw them up into the chest. Wrap your arms across your legs. Give yourself a big cuddle, rocking gently side to side, noticing how your lower back feels. And then let's do a few hip circles. I don't mind whether you keep your knees together and circle them in the same direction, or whether you open them away from each other and then circle them back. Just do the version that feels good for your body. And then go in the opposite direction a few times. And then inhale the arms and the legs up to the ceiling and rotate your wrists and ankles a few times in one direction. And a few times in the opposite direction. Wonderful. And give everything a little shake out, like an upside down bug. Fabulous. And we're going to do a bit of core work here, okay? So let's lower our feet down to the mat and bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out to the sides, okay? And you're going to interlace your fingers, except for the first finger. Extend your first finger forward like a gun, right? So all the other fingers interlaced together like that, and then just the first finger pointing up. That's it. What I call Charlie's Angels hand gesture, right? And then from here, as you breathe in, reach your arms overhead and do a big stretch. As you breathe out, lift the pelvic floor, lift your head and shoulders, lift your feet and curl up into yourself. Right? And then breathing in, lower back down, extend the arms overhead. Breathing out and curl back up. Breathing in, lower back down and extend. Breathing out and curl up. 3 more, okay? So every time you breathe out to lift up, don't forget to lift the pelvic floor muscles with you. Okay? Curl your tailbone off the floor a little bit. And on your last one, come up and stay. Okay? So when you're ready, come on up, stay, and see if you can curl into yourself a little bit more. Lift your head and shoulders more, lift your tailbone more, reach your arms up a little bit more, squeeze your belly in towards the spine a bit more, and then lower down and do a big, big stretch. Stretching one side and then the other side a few times. Wonderful. Should we do a little bit more, okay? So if you bring your knees back up again, feet on the mat, let's start with feet on the mat. Okay? And we're going to cross our right thigh on top of the left. So a nice tight cross, okay? So that the back of your right thigh is resting on the front of your left thigh. So a little closer together than that, Chloe. Cross the leg all the way over. That's it. Take your hands underneath your head. Okay? And take a deep breath in as the ribs expand. As you breathe out, lift your head and shoulders off the floor and twist towards the right. So bringing your left elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, lower back down, and we're going to keep twisting the same direction. Exhale, head and shoulders off the floor, twist to the right. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, squeeze your legs together, twist right. Inhale and lower. One more. Exhale, lift, squeeze, twist right. Inhale and lower. Uncross the legs. Go the other way, so left thigh nice and tightly on top of the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, lift your head and shoulders up, twist to the left. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift back up and twist. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift and twist. Inhale and lower. Exhale, lift and twist. One more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and twist. And then lower down and do another big stretch, reaching the arms and the legs away from each other. Get nice and long. Okay? And let's hold on to our right wrist with our left hand. Okay? And you're going to shuffle your shoulders over to the left. Okay? And then walk your legs over to the left so that you come into a banana shape, keeping your shoulder blades on the floor, keeping your buttocks on the floor. And if it feels good for your body, cross your right ankle on top of the left and point the toes. And breathe into the right side of your body. Make sure both buttocks are grounded and the shoulder blades are on the floor. Okay? Hands on the floor behind your head. That's it. Lovely. And then when you're ready, inhale, coming back to center. And we're going to hold the left wrist with our right hand. Okay? And curve the shoulders over to the right. Walk the feet over to the right. Okay? And then if it feels okay, you can cross your left ankle on top and point the toes, buttocks grounded, shoulder blades grounded. And breathe into the left side of your body. And then then slowly inhale to come back to center, lower the legs down, and release your hands down. Okay? You're going to bend the knees and bring the knees up into the chest, and we're going to start to roll up and down the spine like we normally do, for those of you who've been here before. So just roll up and down a few times. And then the next time you come up, we're going to sit tall. Maybe you can keep the feet hovering a moment, squeezing the legs together and sitting nice and tall. And smile. Wonderful. And then lower the legs down. I am actually going to take you back down for a little bit more core work, but I want to show you something before we lower, because it's kind of hard to explain. Okay? And you were here on Wednesday, weren't you? So you'll remember some of these things. Yeah? She'll be the expert. I'll get Lisa to show you how to do it next. So we're going to go down after the core. We're going to lie down, feet off the floor, and we're going to drop the knees down to one side, and the top leg is then going to reach forward, and you're going to lift up to sit, okay? And then the hand that's on the same side as the bent knee is going to reach behind, and you can keep your bum down and just lift the chest up, or you can push into your legs, lift your bum up, lift the chest up, and then lower back down, bring your shoulder down, roll over to the other side, come back up, same thing. Got that? Ish? I will talk you through it, okay? So I'm going to ask actually that you move that way or that way, because I think at some point you're going to come coming into my camera. Right, so you've got plenty of space. You can go either way. Cool. And then just stay there. That's it. That will do. Okay. So shall we do a little bit more core work? Okay. And smile as you do this one, because it makes it a little bit gentler when you smile. Okay. So sit nice and tall. Squeeze your legs together, and then come on to the tips of the toes, and slowly pull your thighs in towards your chest. And then can you lift your legs up, flex. Option one, for those of you who don't want to work that hard, that includes me, hands come down to the floor. If you feel really strong and you want to take your hands forward, you can do that. Right? Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine. And as you breathe out, you're going to slowly lower a little bit, extend the legs. Inhale and come up. Exhale and slowly lower a little bit more. And inhale, push into your hands and come up. I nearly didn't make it. And then this time, lower into what we call like the canoe boat. Right? So your back is more on the floor. Right? Reach hands forward, smile, and then lower all the way down. Let's bend the knees, have our feet and our knees wide first of all. We're just going to do a gentle twist before we roll up. Okay? So feet and knees are nice and wide, arms out to the sides at shoulder height. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale and drop the knees down to the right. Tuck your tailbone under. Keep your feet and your knees wide. Don't move them together yet. Okay? And then when you're ready, exhale over to the left. Tuck the tailbone under. Take a breath in. And exhale over to the right again. Tuck the tailbone under. Take a breath. And over to the left. Tuck the tailbone under. One more time each side in your own time. And so going with the breath, when you get that, remember to breathe in and then move on the out breath. And then come back to center when you've gone to the left. Okay? So that we're just doing one to the right, one to the left. So make sure you finish on the left and then come back to center. And then bring your knees up towards the chest. This time your legs are going to be together. Arms stay out to the side. So we're going to do what I demoed earlier. Take a breath in. As you exhale, drop the knees down to the right. Extend the top leg straight out, push into your right arm and lift up to sit. So your left leg is straight, your right knee is bent, and the right foot is pressing. Come all the way up to sit. The right foot is pressing to the inside of the left arm. And you're going to take the right arm back behind you. Okay? And then you're going to push, either lift just the chest or lift the bum and the chest up. Okay? Wonderful. And then exhale, come back down. Take your right shoulder back down to the floor, okay? And pull your left knee in and roll all the way over to the left. Extend the right leg as you come up. Okay? So push into your arm, bring yourself all the way up to sit. Your left hand goes back behind you. You're going to ground into your right foot and your left leg. Maybe lift the bum, maybe not, but lift the chest up. And then exhale, lower back down. Bring your left shoulder onto the floor. Draw the right knee in and roll over to the right. extend the left leg and come up to sit. And we're going to take the right hand back behind us. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, bring it down, right shoulder down to the floor. Roll all the way over to the left, extend that right leg, sit up. Left hand behind you. Inhale, lift your bum, lift your chest. Exhale, lower down, bring your left shoulder down. We're just going to roll onto our back. That's all we're doing now. Okay? And we're going to start to rock up and down. But this time, come up and I'll show you. We're going to have a little fun. So you need to move things out of the way, okay? And move further back, okay? We're going to roll around in circles. And there's a little trick to this, because some people get a little bit stuck and can't seem to go in circles. The way to go in circles is you have to kind of roll onto one shoulder for that to happen. If you keep going back like that, we're just going to go back and forth. So I'm going to go that way, okay? Which means this shoulder's going to have to come down and then I come up. And maybe you need to put your feet down, but maybe you find you don't need to put your feet down and you can just keep going until you come to the front of the mat and then I go the other way. Okay? If you have back pain, you might not want to do that, but if you're okay, when I say back pain, like bruising or anything like that, you might not want to. Remember when you roll down, keep your chin tucked in and that will help you roll. Yeah? So, bring your legs in, be careful not to smash into the radiator. You won't. Okay. Then squeeze your knees together, lift your feet up, take a deep breath in, tuck your chin in as you exhale, and roll down one side and lift up. And then keep going. If you need to push into your feet to make it happen, that's okay. Keep rolling. It's great fun. Go for it. So see if you can come all the way back to the front of the mat at some point. Today would be good. Well done. Very, very nice. Now can we go in the opposite direction? Yes, we can. All you have to do is drop the other shoulder towards the floor, okay? So deep breath in, exhale, chin down, drop the other shoulder down, and then come up, and then roll, and lift, and roll, and lift, and roll. And I'm coming all the way off my mat. Keep going until you get back to the front. Or if you had enough, just come up and sit tall. Wasn't that a bit of fun? We're okay. Cool. Sit comfortably, roll your shoulders back and down. And surprisingly, it may not feel like it, but you're really working the core to lift yourself up each time. So it's just a fun way of playing. Okay? Roll your shoulders back and down. Why am I sitting like that? And then roll your shoulders forward. And then let's interlace our fingers. Okay? And keep the back of the hands facing out. And then as you breathe out, push the back of the hands away, draw the belly in, drop the chin down. And hold it here a moment and breathe into the back of the body. And then inhale, come up to sit tall, turn the palms forward and lift the arms up. Exhale and lean a little over to one side, I don't mind which side. Inhale back up to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. Release the arms down. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. And have your shoulders, elbows and wrists in a straight line. I don't know what's going on in the kitchen. Press the finger pads and thumb pads down and have your knees underneath your hips. Nice long spine. So just check that the creases of your wrists are aligned with the front of the mat, okay, so that you're not turning your hands in, right? And push your shin bones into the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, push the earth down and round the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Exhale and round the spine. And just do two more like that in your own time. Really think about lifting the pelvic floor and the lower belly when you breathe out. So really push into the earth, right? You want to think of an angry cat, really rounding when you breathe out. Wonderful. And then come back to neutral. Okay. Now I want you to pretend that your spine is a fluffy, rainbow, beautiful snake, not at all scary, but cute, okay? And the snake needs to wriggle, so I want you to wriggle your spine in as many ways as you can. Jiggle, wiggle, let your neck move. So you've got to move your head for your neck to move. We've got loads and loads of nerves coming out through the joints of our spine. Okay? So we need to stimulate these nerves by getting some movement into them, into our spine. Okay. Wonderful. And then let's sit back onto our heels with the toes tucked under and rotate the wrists out. And the other way. Fabulous. And then we're going to lean a little forward, tuck the toes under and sit back. Oh, my toes are not happy today. And roll the shoulders back and down. What is going on with those toes? Lovely. And roll them forward a couple of times, or 3. And then we're going to come back onto our hands and knees. And this time I want you to have your legs a little closer together. Okay? And just making sure that your legs are straight up and down. You're not leaning back or forward too much. Okay? Let's inhale, lift the right knee off the floor. Try not to lean to the left, hug everything into the midline, and press that right knee up. Okay? The other one, that's it, the other right. Pulse it up and down a few times, and look a little forward and down, so don't look back behind you. Okay? And then take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bring that right knee towards your nose. Push the earth away and round the spine. Inhale, take the knee back behind us again, heel pressing up. Exhale, this time bring that right knee towards the right upper arm. Inhale and take the heel back up. Exhale, knee to nose again. And maybe this time inhale as you extend the leg back. You can reach it nice and long, toes pointing down. As you exhale, keep that leg straight. Bring it towards your right arm. Inhale, take it back. Flex the foot so the foot is really active. Exhale, one more time, taking it out to the side. There'll be another one. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, bring it out to the side. Can you bring it really far forward, maybe to tap your arm? And then inhale, take it back, lower it down like nothing had happened. Tuck the toes under again, because I know it might hurt. That means I need to work them, so you'll have to work yours along with me. Rotate your wrists out, and the other way. Should we do the other side? Okay. So make sure that your foot that you're working, the leg that you're working, the foot's not floppy. Flex it. Okay. So let's inhale, lift the left knee up, and push that heel up and down so that you feel your glutes working. Push down into your hands. Look a little forward and down. So that you're not doing this because you don't want to compress the neck. Okay. And as you exhale next time, bring the left knee towards your nose. Inhale, send the knee back behind you again. Exhale, bring the left knee towards the left upper arm. Inhale and send it back. Exhale, knee to nose again. And then inhale, this time maybe extend the leg straight back, foot flexed. Exhale, bring it out to the side. Inhale and take it back. Exhale to the left. Inhale, take it back. And exhale, last time to the left, maybe bring it up to the front, and then take it back. Untuck the toes, sit back, and rotate the wrists out one more time. I promise you we are going to get off the floor at some point, okay? And then go the other way. Fabulous. Shall we just come up to stand? Okay, so if you come up onto your knees, step 1 foot forward, push down into the feet, lift up. Wonderful. Give everything a little jiggle. Okay, so let's do some warrior poses. If you want to work with, I can't remember what it is that we did. We may not use bricks, we may. So let's just see. Did I say I'm going to give you bricks so we can use the bricks for core work and then never use them? Oh well, we'll live. So let's stand nice and tall. Have our feet hip width apart at the front of the mat. Okay, so come to the front of the mat. You're not going to slip in the socks, are you? Okay, cool. And then we're going to start with our feet roughly hip width. And you measure out hip width by taking 2 fists like that and place them in between the arches of your feet so that the hands are all touching each other, and then come back up. Wonderful. We're going to bend the knees a little bit. Take the weight into the right foot and slide your left leg straight back with the left big toe pointing towards the front left corner of your mat. Push down into both feet evenly. Bend that right knee so it sits in line with the ankle. Inhale, lift the arms out and up. Ground through the feet, start to reach one arm up, and then the other arm up, and then again, and we've got a wasp, and again. And then inhale, reach both arms up, get nice and tall. And exhale, hands to your heart, push down into your right foot. Bring your left knee up. Squeeze your legs together. And then lower that left foot down, okay? And we'll do the other side. So taking the weight into the left foot. Slide the right leg back. My brain doesn't always work. So ground through both feet, bend the left knee, okay? Chest forward, tailbone down, and then inhale, turn the palms out, lift the arms up, and start to stretch one side, and the other, and keep that going. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, reach both arms up, get nice and tall. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the heart, grounding into that left foot. Bring the right knee up. Squeeze the legs together. And then lower that down. Little shake. Okay. And then we're going to have, this is why we have the brick. See, I didn't completely forget. You have the brick sort of in front of us like that, because we're going to work into warrior 3. So you want to leave maybe a foot and a bit between you and the bricks. And I don't know if that, see, the reason I have my brick about a foot away, a foot and a half away from me, is so that when I come into a forward bend and I put my hands on the brick, I can bring my shoulders over my wrists and my spine is long. If my brick was here, I'd be like that, right? So I want to have a nice long spine, yeah? And then we're going to have our legs a little closer together for this one, okay? We're going to take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, soften the knees a little bit and bring your hands onto the brick. Inhale, bring your shoulders in line with your wrists. Okay. Push into your right foot with the right knee a little bit bent. Lift your left leg up, flex the foot. Okay. And keep that left knee bent, but start to send the left heel up towards the ceiling, like we did when we were on our hands and knees. Okay. And if you have your balance, you can look underneath you, making sure that you're not rotating the hips open. Keep both hip bones pointing to the floor and really press that left heel up towards the ceiling. Really make that buttock work. And then maybe extend the leg, okay, and push the foot back as if you're pushing into an imaginary wall. And then can you come onto the fingertips on your brick? And then exhale, lower your left foot down, bend the knees a little and hang out in a gentle forward bend. Try bending one knee and then the other a few times. And then let's do the second side. So let's inhale, come up halfway, hands onto our thighs. Exhale, push into the feet and come all the way up. Inhale, the arms go up. And exhale, release. And we'll do the second side. Could you feel your left buttock engaging a little bit? Good, that's the whole point of that exercise. Okay? So let's stand nice and tall. And inhale, push into the feet, float the arms out and up. Exhale, bend the knees a little and come down with your hands onto the brick. Inhale, lengthen the spine, shoulders above the wrist. Bend the left knee a little bit. Push into your left foot, lift your right foot up, flex it. Keep the right knee bent, send that leg straight back behind you and up. So really keep pushing that heel up. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Okay? So if you squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, you're going to be engaging the deep core line a little bit here. But press that heel up. And then if you want to try extending, push the foot back as if you're pushing an imaginary wall away from you. Okay? And then ground into both feet. So really push into both feet. See if you can come onto the fingertips. And then lower that right leg down. Widen the feet a little bit. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And hang out like a rag doll for a bit. And you can bend one knee and then the other a few times if you wish. And then exhale next time, slowly come all the way up. And now, you're not going to like me much for this one, but it's got to be done. So, I'm going to demo here. Don't fall off the wall, whatever you do. Okay? What I want you to do is take the brick with you to the wall in a moment. Okay? And you're going to measure out one leg length distance between you and the wall, but then you're going to turn away from the wall. And the brick is going to be there for a bit of support somewhere where you can have your hands resting comfortably. And then you're going to lift one leg up and you're going to push it into the wall. And what I don't want you to do is, I don't want you to do that. I want you to have all 5 toes pointing down. and then lift the chest and push that foot into the wall. Okay? So you notice if I turn my toes out, my hips rotate open. Don't want that. I want both of these bony points to point down at the floor. Yeah? Shall we try? Let's go for it, okay? You can put your foot into that wall there, that's it. And you can go there next to Libby. Yeah, plenty of room for both of you. So measure out one leg length between you and the wall, okay? Making sure that you can have your leg nice and straight. So the best way is to turn to face it. Put your foot on the wall. Make sure you're standing tall, you're not leaning, okay? And then you can, if you've worked that out, you can lower that foot down and spin on the other foot to turn all the way forward. Fabulous. Now, place your brick down far enough so that you can have a nice long spine. Okay? And then let's lift the right leg up first this time, shall we? So ground into the left foot and lift your right leg up behind you and place the foot on the wall as high as it can go comfortably with all 5 toes pointing down. So see if you can look down. Okay? You can probably come a little bit further away from the wall to get your legs straighter. Okay? And then from here, can you look a little forward? Can you ground into the standing foot and push into that top foot and maybe find a little lightness in your hands? Can you start to lift your hands off the brick maybe? Maybe not. Try not to fall flat on your face, whatever you do. And then lower down. I'll tell you what, it's really hard, much harder with the foot at the wall to take your hand off the brick because there is no give. It's like you either have all that strength or you don't. You know? So shall we do the other side? Okay? So let's go again. Start by placing your hands on your brick and you're going to lift this time your left foot up. So push down into your right foot. You're a bit too far away from the wall. I think that's it. Okay? And then lift that right foot. No. What foot is it? Left foot. Place it on the wall with the toes pointing down. Okay? So make sure you have a little look underneath you. Make sure that you can see all 5 of your toes pointing down. Okay? And then walk the foot up a little bit more. Some of you get the glutes working and look a little forward. And then push into both feet. Find a little lightness in your hands. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Yeah. And then you can lower it down. And then come back to the mat. And just little hip circles just to release into that. You know, wasn't that much tougher than doing it the first time? Because how often people do warrior 3 like this? And nothing is working, nothing. You know, but when you get to the wall like that, suddenly you know you've got to work it to hold it, right? So, shall we do it again? Without the wall. But this time, with the sense that the wall is there, so you're really engaging and all 5 toes are pointing down, the hips are pointing down, okay? Not opening out. So have your brick in front of you somewhere and stand nice and tall. Okay. And then inhale the arms out and up, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the knees a little and come down, placing your hands onto the brick. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Push down into your right foot. Exhale, lift your left leg up, flex that foot. And have a little sneak peek underneath, making sure that all 5 toes of your left foot are pointing down. And lengthen the spine a little bit more so you're not rounding out. And if you can press into both feet and bring your hands off the brick, even if it's just for 1 little second. Yeah. Wonderful, everybody. And then lower down. It's okay before, just don't break anything. Right? Well done. Give it a little wiggle. Okay? Did that feel a little better? A little more like you know where we're going with it? Cool. Let's do the other side. Okay? So standing nice and tall. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, soften the knees, come forward, hands onto the brick. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, push into your left foot, lift your right foot up, flex it, lift it, use your buttock to lift it. And then look underneath, making sure that you've got all 5 toes pointing down. Squeeze your legs together. Push into both feet and see if you can find lightness in your hands and bring your hands up. Really have to get the feet working, squeezing them in, yeah. And then come up, well done. Okay? Little hip circles. Okay. So then, everyone thought that that was going to be it for the class. It wasn't. We did a lot more things, which I Won't make you do all of them, but we've got to do a little bit, okay? Because everyone else is moan, you may as well go home and moan as well. So, this time I want you to have the brick on the right side of your mat, okay? And a little bit in front, so kind of like what I've got here, so about a foot in front and out to the right, yeah? And we're going to start, so I'm going to quickly show you. We're going to go into tree pose like nothing had happened. We're going to bring that leg forward, extend it, arms up, out, and then we're going to keep circling that leg back as we bring the right hand down. And this time you do want to spin everything open to the left. So you're not in warrior 3, you're in the half moon pose where everything is open. Good? But before we do that, I want you to warrior 2 with you. So stand facing the long edge of your mat. So step your, we don't all have to go the same way, but step your feet nice and wide. If you want to go the same way, you can. Actually, go the same way, then I talk the same thing. So feet nice and wide, okay? And check that the outside edge of your feet is aligned with the ends of your mat. So the toes are pointing straight forward, okay? And then keeping your right foot as it is, turn your left foot out to the front of the mat, okay? Keep the right leg nice and strong, bend the left knee, and just check that you can press the left knee straight forward, not letting it drop in, okay? Inhale the arms to shoulder height. Exhale, hug your feet in towards each other so you're nice and strong. Then we're going to inhale, straighten that left leg, right arm down, left arm up, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend that left knee, bring your hands to shoulder height. Inhale, straighten and lean back. Exhale, bend again. One more time, inhale, straighten and lean to the right. Exhale, bend that left knee. Take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, reach that left hand forward and bring it somewhere below the left knee. And then inhale, spin your chest up to the ceiling, taking that right arm up. Get the shoulder blades hugging the spine. And then maybe you want to straighten your left leg, coming into triangle pose. Relax the neck. Beautiful. And then next time you breathe out, bend that left knee. Inhale, push and lift all the way back up into warrior 2. And straighten that left leg, release the arms down, spin the left foot back in, spin the right foot out, both feet are firmly planted, bend that right knee so it stacks above the ankle, okay? And then inhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Exhale, hug the feet in towards each other. Inhale, straighten the right leg, left hand down, right arm up. Exhale, bend the right knee back into warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the leg, going back into what we call reverse triangle. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, straighten, up, lean back. Exhale, bend that right knee back into warrior 2. Take a breath. And as you exhale, reach your right hand forward and bring it somewhere below the knee. Inhale, spin the chest up, take the left arm up. And then if it feels okay for you, start to work your right leg straight, coming into triangle. Relax the neck so that your right ear drops towards your right shoulder and breathe. And then exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, press and come back up into warrior 2. And exhale, straighten that right leg, release the hands, spin the feet in. Option 1, heel toe yourself back together. Option 2, bend the knees, take a breath. And then hop, land with the knees back. Fabulous. And now we're going to do that funny, funky sequencing. So stand nice and tall at the front of the mat. Okay? And let's take our weight into our left foot. No, I lied. Into the right foot. It's my left, it's your right. Okay? So make sure you don't kick each other. So you might want to stagger a little bit. Okay? Yeah, take the break a little. That's it. We're going to bring the left knee up. Okay? Squeeze the legs in towards each other. Feel that sense of like being nice and strong and hugging in. Then you can grab your left ankle and place the left foot somewhere to the inside of that right thigh. Or if you want to, you can come down here as well. Okay? It doesn't have to be that high up. But once you've got the foot in place, you really want to push the standing leg, the right leg, into the foot. Okay? So you're not just pushing into your right leg, you're pushing the right leg back into the left foot, and then bring your hands to your heart and spine. And then from here, we're going to exhale, bring that left knee forward again. And then let's inhale, push that left heel forward, arms up. As you exhale, arms go wide. You're going to take the left leg out to the left, and then slowly reach your right hand down to find the brick, and take the left leg straight back towards the back of the mat. Lift your left arm up, and then slowly you can look down at the floor, but slowly turn your hips and chest to the left. Deep breath in. Now just for fun, as you exhale, push down into your right foot and lift your right hand up slowly. Bring your left leg out to the side and forward again. So bring it all the way back, reversing everything. Lift your right hand up and come all the way back. And then can you use some core strength to place that left foot anywhere into tree pose? And then lower it down, well done. Did we do that on Wednesday? We did more than that on Wednesday. Oh, okay, was that nice? Okay, I thought it was a bit meaner on Wednesday, but let's ground into our left leg this time, okay? And we're going to push, have your brick ready for on the left side, okay? And then we're going to push down into our left foot, use the out breath, and lift the right knee up. Squeeze the legs in, feel that when you hug in, you can feel the pelvic floor engaging, right? And then bring that right foot into tree, okay? It can be as high as low as you want. Open the knee out, tailbone down, and stand nice and tall, hands together at your heart. Breathe. Keep hugging that left thigh into your right foot. And then exhale, release that right knee forward. As you breathe in, you're going to extend the arms and push the heel forward. And as you breathe out, keep the foot flexed, so don't let it be floppy. Start to circle it out to the side, and then you're going to bring your left hand down onto the brick as the right leg reaches back towards the wall behind you. You can keep your head looking down, but start to spin your chest open to the right. Push that right foot up, back behind you, and then save some strength as you breathe in, push into your left foot. Slowly begin to come back up, lifting the left arm up, circling the right leg out, and then forward, and then bring the foot back into tree. Fabulous, lower it down, shake it out, well done you. And you know what, so what if you fell over and had to start again? It happens to everybody, including me, all the way through class yesterday. It was funny. Okay. So, should we go to one downward dog to just stretch our legs out a little bit? Okay. Standing nice and tall at the front of the mat. And inhale, take your arms out and up. Exhale, bend the knees a little bit and come down into a standing forward bend. Hands onto your thighs, inhale, come up halfway, nice long spine. Exhale, take your hands down, step one leg, and then the other leg, all the way back, sending your bottom back and up towards where the wall and the ceiling join each other. So you're in downward dog, so you can take your feet back even more, palms flat on the floor, okay? And then walk back a little bit longer. You don't have to have the heels down, you can lift the heels up, it's not a problem, okay? Relax the neck. And you might want to try bending one knee and then the other a few times. Wonderful. And when you've done both sides, use the next out breath, lower the knees down to the floor. Fabulous. And then we're just going to swing our legs out to one side and come down to sit, legs straight out in front of us. Are we okay? Cool. Let's take the right foot without the hands. Don't use your hands. Okay? Flex both feet first of all, and then bend the right knee and cross the right foot to the outside of the left knee. If you have done yoga before and you have the practice where you can bend that bottom knee in, and you can get both of your sit bones grounded, then please do that. If you do this and you end up like that, don't. Keep the bottom leg straight, okay? You want both sit bones planted on the mat, okay? And that front foot is flat, knee pointing up, okay? Wrap your left arm across your right leg. That's it, there one. Yeah. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, spin your chest to the right and lower the hand down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale and twist and breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale, spin over to the left. Left hand goes down, right arm to the inside of the right knee. Lift the right buttock off the floor. Push your right arm and the right knee against each other and twist and look towards your left hand and breathe. And then Come out of the twist and bring both hands down to the left side, okay? If you have your right leg straight, bend, left leg straight, bend it. Just bend it, that's it, okay? Don't worry about the hip lifting. We're going to spin all the way to the front, so watch me first, okay? Watch my feet in particular, okay? I'm gonna push, lift my bum up, and all I'm doing is walking my hands all the way around and I'm pivoting on my feet. I don't move them out of position, I just keep pivoting. And I'm going to find that my legs are crossed, and if I lower my back knee down, I can then lower down to sit, and I now have the left leg on top ready for the twist going to the left, right? So, hands down, push down into your hands, and lift your bum up, and remember the feet don't move out of position. Keep walking your hands towards the back of your mat, and keep going all the way until you come to face front and your legs are going to be crossed. Keep coming, and then lower the back knee down. And then sit your bum down, and you have your left leg on top, right? So have your left foot flat, okay? With the knee pointing up to the ceiling. Are you stuck? So you can, that's okay, extend, come and sit forward, and then extend both legs out in front of you, and then cross your left thigh on top first, okay? So remember, you can either bend the right knee or not, it's all good, but make sure both sit bones are grounded. Wrap your right arm across your left knee, the other one. I know you think that's it. Inhale the left arm up, exhale, spin your chest to the left and lower the hand down. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist and breathe. Deep breath in. And exhale, spin all the way over to the right. The right hand comes down, left arm to the inside of the left knee. Lift your left buttock up. Press the leg and the hand, arm against each other, and look back towards your right hand. And again, breathe. And then exhale next time. Bring your hands down to the right. We're going to spin again. Okay? So, push down into your hands, lift your bum up, and then keep your feet as they are, but walk your hands over towards the back of the mat. And keep walking your hands over, keep walking, keep pivoting until you come to the front of the mat. Lower the back knee down, and then lower your bum down, and you are this way around. Except we're not doing anything there anymore. So we're going to lower our right shin bone down to the front of the mat, okay? And we're going to take the left leg and shoot it back behind us. And you're going to bring your hands down to the front, push down into your hands and lift your bum up, coming into what we call the pigeon pose. So you've got to come off your bum, that's it, okay? That's it, don't sit back down into it. Maybe if you slide your right knee out to the right a little bit more, that way, the knee. Yeah, okay, so that your hips are more forward. Fabulous. Walk your hands in a little closer to your hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend the elbows and fold. Inhale and lift back up, wave your heart up. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale and lift again. Exhale, this time come all the way down. Bring your forearms down. And if you can bring your head onto your hands, do that. If that's hard, you can also make a fist and rest your head down. Okay? And breathe, let your belly be soft and relaxed here. You probably feel the right outer hip a little bit. Just invite those muscles to soften a little bit more. Breathe. Helen, is that hurting you?
I have cramp in my feet.
Ah, okay. Wonderful. When you're ready, slowly breathe in to come up onto your hands. We're going to sit onto our right hip and swing that left leg all the way forward. Okay? And lean a little to the left, swing the right leg all the way back, and bring your hands forward, lift your bum up so that you're coming to center, not sinking. Okay? And again, walk the hands a little wide, and inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, bend the elbows and fold. Inhale and wave up. Exhale and fold. And one more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, come all the way down. Bring the elbows down. Relax the neck, relax the belly. allow the shoulder blades to move away from each other, not together but away from each other. Okay? And breathe. And then slowly come back up onto your hands and sit onto that hip, and then swing both legs forward, extend them out in front of you. Okay. Are we okay? I heard? Yeah. The cramp's gone?
Yeah.
It is horrible when you get like in the arch of the foot as well sometimes. Anyway, right, so how are you feeling?
Good, yeah, good.
Do you feel like a forward bend or do you feel like a back bend? I've had people saying different things. I've allowed people to do their own things this week, but let's do a back bend together, okay? So if you want to put some warm layers on, but keep your socks nearby if you're going to put them on later, because I'm thinking of not bringing you back up once we lie down so that you can just go straight into relaxation, okay? So if you want to put a jumper on now, put your jumper on now, but keep the socks nearby for a bit later. And you know, we can't just lie down. So there'll be a little bit more core work on your way down. That's just how it is, right? So sit nice and tall. It's just like what we did at the beginning, but I'll be a little nicer, okay? Squeeze the legs together, okay? Sit tall, and then come onto the tippy toes and drag your thighs nice and close to your chest. And then lift the feet up, flex, so that the feet are really active. Squeeze your inner thighs, okay? And you can have your arms straight out, or you can bring your hands down, your choice. Watch that you don't push the belly forward, but you're hugging your belly in, okay? And then exhale slowly, lower, 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 lower. Hold and smile, legs straight, squeeze. And then, now this bit's going to feel nice. Bend the knees and have your feet roughly hip width apart, knees hip width apart, and walk your feet in towards your bum so that your ankles are underneath your knees. And bring your arms into robot arm position. So your upper arms are hugging the ribs and your forearms and fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. Okay? And then from here, breathing in, push the elbows down, feel the shoulder blades hugging the spine. Breathing out, push into your heels and lift your bum and lift your spine up off the mat. And then you can take your hands underneath your back, interlace the fingers, and wriggle your upper arms underneath your back as much as you can, and ground into the feet, lift the bum up a little higher, push down into your arms, lift the chest up a little higher, and keep your neck at center and breathe. Okay, so head on the floor. And then have a little chat with yourself. Make sure you don't sound like a smurf. So if you're not sounding like a smurf, you need to lift your chin away from your chest a little bit, and lift your chest more towards your chin. And then release the hands. Use your next out breath to slowly come all the way down. Okay. And then take your feet a little bit wider apart. Keep the knees together. Wrap your arms across your chest so that you're holding opposite shoulder blades. And breathe into the back body. And then release the hands and bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a big cuddle. And rocking gently side to side. And then I want you to grab your socks if you're using them and put them on your feet, and then find your way lying down, being totally comfortable. I'm going to turn the big lights off so that you can relax comfortable. So make sure you are warm, yeah? Because when you're lying down, I know we're not going to be lying down for very long, but when you lie down and not moving, it gets cold very quickly. So if your lower back hurts in any way, please feel free to bend your knees, have your feet a little bit wide and the knees together. If your lower back feels okay, you can have the legs straight, you can have the feet naturally rolling away from each other, and the hands can be a little bit away from you with the palms up, or you can rest your hands on your tummy. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, please close them. If you're not comfortable, you can look up at the ceiling with soft gaze. Take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh the breath out through the mouth. Again, deep breath in and sigh the breath out. One more time, nice deep breath in and let it go. And let the breath now flow in and out freely and softly. And so let it be natural. Let it flow in and out through the nose. And then just watch the breath for a moment without trying to change it. Just watch as it flows in. Watch as it flows out. And as you watch the breath, notice how the mind will start to run around and think about dinner and whatever else. Just simply acknowledge that and come back to breathing in and breathing out. And allow all of your inner organs to drop into the support of the earth beneath. The brain, the heart, the lungs, just let them drop. No need to carry them right now. Let the earth take the weight. And allow every single bone to drop into the earth. And the muscles can now let go and relax because there's nothing to hold up. So let them relax. And all the skin everywhere on your body can become really soft and loose and melt into the support of the earth as well. So all that is left right now is you and your breath. So let the breath do its own thing. And give yourself permission to just rest. And relax. 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 And staying still just for a little while longer. Just start to invite your attention back to the body and the breath again. And connect the two back together by gently deepening your in-breath and lengthening your out-breath. Breathing in, allowing the torso to expand a little bit more in all directions. Breathing out and soften and relax a little bit more. And take a moment now to check in with yourself, see how you're feeling. And let's take a deep breath of love and gratitude in and hold the breath for a moment. Allow love and gratitude to flow to every cell of your being. And then sigh love and gratitude out to all beings on earth. And start to make small movements like wriggling the fingers and toes. Or maybe you want to rotate your wrists and ankles a few times in one direction and a few times in the opposite direction. And then do a big stretch, reaching the arms and the legs away from each other and get really long. Wriggle it out a little bit side to side. And on your next out breath, bend the knees, hug them into your chest, give yourself a big cuddle, rocking it out too if you wish. And then roll over to one side and come on up, and we'll do our one Om together. Okay? So help me out here, right? So let me Om alone. Okay? Om alone, Om alone. Hands together at your heart, eyes can be closed or gently opened. Take a deep breath in. Om. Beautiful. Just breathe. When you're ready to breathe out next time, bow your head down to your heart. Thank yourself for being amazing. Om Shanti, thank you.